actually saw a deer too right there. But it made the funniest noise. It like ran off and it was like, have you ever heard a deer? It's like, meh, meh. It sounds just like that. It doesn't sound just like that. Welcome back.
I'm gonna sit like Sarah this whole time.
No, you're not. I don't even sit like that. I guess I do kind of sit like that.
Welcome back to Big City Backwoods.
Wow, you did it this time.
I was being you.
You fucking brat.
My hands are still so sweaty.
I don't know how, man. It's comfy up here right now. It's not even that hot.
It's not the worst.
Sometimes your room can get hot, but so does mine.
Well, it's early morning. Well, it's not early morning. It's early morning for Sarah.
It's afternoon for us, really.
I don't even know what time it is.
No, it's afternoon. It's definitely afternoon. Early afternoon, but it is. But
we got up and did the thing.
No, we did.
Right when I was going to text her, she texted me, and we got up and took showers, and
we don't do that very often, but we did do it today. So, but really, we've had, honestly, kind of an interesting last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We've done some stuff.
We traveled a bit.
Yeah, went to the hicker parts of town.
Oh.
I do fully mean that too.
Yeah, I don't even like the way you said it.
Hicker.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Hicker, the hickey.
I don't like it.
No, but we did do that. I went to Eureka.
And Tulsa
For like a day. That was literally just I needed to get some responsibilities in line first.
What we had planned the first time.
Yeah, no, literally I literally went down to get a driver's license, so I planned on doing that anyways.
And
but
I went to Texas.
Yeah.
I went back home.
See your dad. Good old dad.
My family. I got to see my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't seen most of them for 6 years. And then some of them even 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the city, 10 years, and all those people in it. It was a lot.
It always is a lot. You know, I say...
It was good, but it was also, like, a lot.
Because, like, you don't always have the time when you go back into town to, like, see everybody. You just can't. You can't. Honestly, it's very hard. You know, plans take longer than I feel like they do in my head. So, like, you can't just hit all 10 people that you need to see, like, every time you go into town or whatever it is. So then you go, like, years without seeing people. It's just always that awkwardness of after a decade of not seeing each other. And you're like,
what do you even start? How have you been?
Yeah, literally.
For 10 years?
You were literally 10 last time I saw you, like, way different. It's
almost like you don't even, like, why even try to be, that's what I mean, I don't, but, like, half of me is like, well, I don't even know you, like.
No, it's so funny. I feel like
right now, why are we even trying to talk right now?
Everybody's felt it, but I feel like, you know, down here, everybody's like, just like your dad kind of did to you, is, oh, you gotta go meet so-and-so. They asked about you last month. And it's like, it's not that deep. Like,
and man, they all remember all these stories
they do.
Of me too, and they'll start telling me. Because, like, the last time I was visiting the city for real, like I wouldn't even call it a city. I would call it a town. The last time I was even chilling there enough to, like, be around and seeing people was when I was, like, 16, 17. And then I was hardcore, like, teenagers hanging out there all the time when I would visit my dad, which was a lot of times out of the year. But it was, the stories they were all bringing up were just things that, like, I did when I was a teenager. They're like, remember that time? Like, we always talk about that time that you climbed up on the top of the church. And everyone, like, I was like, girl, it's not that crazy. My dad is the pastor of this church. Like, I was chilling there bored all day. Like, I found a window. I got on the roof. But the police came. The police came on over.
That's so funny because that's really exactly how it is.
Called me by name.
I had this one uncle that, and it was pretty savage at the time, but I mean, just constantly brought it up. Like, he just could never forget that I did it. But it was at one of our cousins' birthday parties, and my brother was pissing me off. He was just at that age. They're young and annoying.
You have a lot of horrible cousins from your stories.
They're not that bad. They're not bad, okay? Are you talking about the Halloween story? Is that what you're talking about? Oh my God. It's not actually their fault. They were kids. Who would have thought? Get out of here on a freaking Halloween trying to pick up kids. Those people are disgusting.
Right.
Anyways.
So
I guess he had pissed me off to the part. No, I do remember because my mom was very upset with me. She was like, how could you do this to my baby boy? And I was like, whatever, bro. But he annoyed me so bad. Like, I mean, just kept messing with me. And I was like, I'm going to throw this cupcake in your face right now. I'm going to do it. And he was like, no, you won't. Ha, 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 ha. And I mean, I just straight up went right up to him. There was it was all the men that thought it was hilarious.
In there too.
No, there were no toothpicks. It was like literally just the Walmart style huge. Mm-hmm. So I had a lot of blue icing on it. I just stuck it right in his face. I just smeared it. And he started crying. And my mom was so mad at me. So
I like that.
But listen, all the men, my dad included, were like, great job. And I was like, but it was. I got that story for like years.
Even more like great for some reason.
And I did it in public where my mom couldn't like spank me for, or like, you know, like really get to me. I couldn't really get in trouble. I was out of the, you know. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, that was a classic story. But they don't be forgetting that kind of stuff.
Yeah. No. And this was that who reminded me on that one was like my dad's like right hand lady. I don't know what they're called. She like sits in the front office and like does
the secretary.
All the work. Yeah, basically like she just handles everything.
Yeah.
Actually. I was like, what do you do?
Administrative position.
She listed off like everything that you would ever do to run a church. Like I guess she just does it all, which makes sense.
A lot of the book work too is a lot of it.
Yeah.
You know, keeping up with that kind of stuff. But that's funny.
My dad really took me the first full day. Like I got there at like, you know, midnight, like is when I finally got to the house. And then the next morning my dad's like, okay, I'm going to go to this funeral in the morning. And then I'm free the rest of the week, you know, like I hang out except for youth group on Wednesday night. So he's going to go do a funeral. And, like, I'm chilling at the house. I'm getting dressed. Because I just know that when my dad's ready to go, like, I got to be ready to go. So, I'm getting dressed. I already know. As soon as he's ready, I got to get out the door. I don't know what I'm doing every single day I'm there. But this is a very small town. And, like, my dad keeps saying, like, oh, you look like a city girl. And I didn't really know what that meant until everywhere I went, everyone was just staring at me. And I dressed, like, modestly in my head. Maybe a midriff here or there. That's not a big thing. It's the heat of Texas. Like we're near a beach.
Young. Like
we're near a beach too. It's like
the funniest thing is it's been the same thing we've been wearing for like honestly decades.
I know.
Literally decades. You thought I was gonna grow out of it?
He's the pastor, so everybody already knows him.
No, that is the shocking factor.
And a lot of people probably remember me.
You got tattoos now, bro. You got piercings. You got knuckle tats.
I didn't wear this. I don't know. I was like,
but
maybe that'll help.
that's pushing the line right there. Not the septum piercing. That's so funny, you know.
But he took me back. He was like, all right, let's go. You know, try to see if we can close up the church. And we get there, and everybody's like still post funeral chilling in the room, like in the gym. They're all eating food that these ladies just made for no reason for friendly. Like my mom just like made a whole ham for them, and like and these ladies are just working for free to hide cheesy. I forgot we kept the door open. Whatever, it's hot in here. These ladies were just cooking for free and stuff and serving for free, and these people were just eating, chilling after a funeral, just eating all day. And my dad was like, "All right, let's try to get everybody out of here." But he takes me like back of the neck, holds me like. Walks around the gym, goes to people like I felt 16 again. I was just like, they'd be like, "Hey, this is my daughter, and she pretty. You could tell her she got her looks from me, you know, like all those things." that you hear.
That's such a thing,
and I was just
too.
like, you know, being dragged around by the head, and I'm just like, hi, I'm 30 years old.
I'm
like,
also an adult. I'm an adult now, so you can.
It was a lot. It was
No,
a lot.
it
But the
is.
stairs were serious. The stairs were serious. By
I
like the
think-
first, second time where I was just like, and I'd stare back and they wouldn't stop staring. I was like, okay, well, take
People
it in.
don't tend to do that sometimes. And it's sometimes the elder people
Yeah.
that I'm like, y'all really ain't got no shame. And then it really is. It's a stare off at that point. You can't really show you gotta show you're gonna stick up to them. So you gotta like keep staring right. No, I know that feeling.
Plus, everywhere we sit down, I sit down, he sits down, he gets right back up.
I
and
know how
greets,
that
like,
can be.
4 tables that already know who he is, and they were just like this, waiting till he noticed him.
It's the worst, honestly. What's up, Reggie? What is
Big
up?
dog friends today.
I know. She's a big friend. That's so cute. We don't see her in our
She's not in the pod
pods
too
often.
often.
No. Hey, girly. No, the thing is like I grew up Catholic, so you were around a lot of church people too. So like I remember one time I had just gotten like one of my first tattoos, and I always remember to wear like long sleeves to be like more modest in church. I remember one time I just didn't care. I didn't care. I was gonna wear a short sleeve that day. We always dress like very churchy attire, right? I remember this man just was so upset with my tattoo. This old man.
He wouldn't shake your hand.
He wouldn't shake my hand.
I remember this story. You told him in
wouldn't
the
shake my
hot
hand.
tub. I remember.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
so rude.
Rude,
That's
man.
what I'm
He
saying
was-
though. But there was tattoos down there in this city. Like I swear, people had the tattoos.
Tattoos have been around forever. It's crazy to me because I'm like, I don't know. I just don't really get it, to be honest. You know,
Nope.
we were raised in a very different time frame than that, so I get that. But no, yeah, the stairs keep happening. You know, you think that's the thing of the past because you're like, oh, we moved past that, and then like you really get down to like church folk and Midwesterners, and like
everybody-
that's
I was
a whole
not
new
the craziest
ballpark.
yeah, I was not even the craziest looking person. Like not at all.
And I've seen crazier. I have seen crazier, like in my hometowns.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did y'all do that?
I
you know?
really think it was a lot to do with
Well, you're a
my
pastor's
dad,
daughter.
Yeah.
You're
my
definitely
dad.
a pastor's daughter, so that definitely has a huge effect. I mean, there's literally songs made about pastors' daughters.
Yeah, no, it's it's
country
real.
songs.
It's
I
real.
mean,
I
it's
really
real.
feel like Footloose was like a good representation.
You were like the girl that ran off on the motorcycle with the bad boy. And, I'm leaving town. You can't stop me. And this is next time they see you, your debut. Oh, that's funny. Honestly, that's actually so
It is
great.
like, I mean, the coming back was a big thing for, like, I saw Old Man Chester. They gave me some sugar cookies. I had a whole reunion tour every day.
It
I
is-
tried to go see Celeste. Love her.
the flower shop lady.
Flower shop lady. But her new shop is guarded with deer heads on the outside. 4 of them. Just 4 deer heads outside the building.
Well, since we're already talking about it, what else did you do in Texas?
Went to the beach. Haven't
You
been
did
to
do
the
a
Gulf
beach.
in years.
She got me seashells.
I got her so many seashells. I tried
They
so
are
hard.
really cool. They're really cool.
I
I
really-
kind of want
I
to make something
searched-
out of it, or like
Oh, I felt corny about it. It is corny.
maybe I'll just keep them up in a little jar. you
But it was
know?
like, I don't know. Sarah might like that one.
No, they're cute. Some of them
Sarah
are real iridescent. It's
Yeah.
so crazy. They almost just don't look like, they look like stones almost, but they're not. They're really shell-like material.
Yeah, it is.
But it was cute.
They're like, I mean, aren't shells like fossil somethings anyway, or something like that? I don't know.
Fossilized, or shells can become
I don't know how shells are made, actually. Now that I think about it at all, never thought about that question.
Earth, sand, I don't know.
Water, fire, all of them
How
together.
do, but how do they just, how do they, Because animals got to go find them, They're like, oh, crap, I outgrew my shell. I got to go find a new one. Or
Oh yeah, those kind of shells too. Yeah.
But
no,
are clams just born as clams?
yeah. Well,
I watched a clam swim in water for the first time, like actually watch somebody film a clam. It is like a dancing SpongeBob episode, bro. I'm not even kidding. That thing is not real. Clams are not real. There's no way that's living.
You asked like a lot of questions back and forth, back to back that I don't even haven't even.
Here's the thing. We don't know that much about the ocean. We obviously know that. There's not much that we have been able to explore except for what our technology gets to, but it's a whole, I don't know that world. I don't know too much about it. I'm kind of scared of the ocean too, though.
Yeah,
so
no,
that's
obviously
scary.
you always get a little like every time we talk about it.
It is scary.
But I mean, yeah, I didn't really get in the
Atlantis,
ocean,
bro.
I just kind of collected seashells and drank a couple beers and.
Nah, you can't.
It's
you
the
can't
Gulf,
get all the way.
like it's.
I don't know. There's always jellyfish that hang out pretty close to
Yeah.
the tide too, though.
I don't like.
Stingy things.
I don't like Yeah, I don't like jellyfish.
I
I
do
like
like the
to
ocean,
look
though.
at everything. I like to look at everything. I've got a lot of spiders around my house right now. I'm looking at. I got a wasp nest. I'm gonna Dawn soap water it. See what happens.
What does that do?
Supposedly kill them and get rid of the nest and all that like all at once. Supposedly, I don't know.
Dawn soap water?
What I'm doing nowadays.
Are you just gonna splash it on there? You're gonna piss
it's
them off.
inside. I know. We'll see.
You're brave, man. There's just
It's inside the lantern. So how else am I gonna? I'm just gonna. I seen several people do it on TikTok, and it worked supposedly.
I haven't even seen that. Did you go and look it up, or it was just on your feed?
Yeah, I've been looking things up on TikTok instead of anywhere else lately, and then I got interested in how moths make their nests, and it's disgusting. They like
Spit.
they take like wood particles and then they like mix it with their own spit and stuff and then spit it out and then the other people like form it. Like the queen is just like and they're just like
Yeah, it's gross. Honestly, gross. Insects, gross.
I think they're cool, but only because they're tiny. That's the only thing I respect is when they're smaller than me and then I'm like
We were talking about like ants and Bugs Life before this, and
she was freaked out by grasshoppers and I was like, dude,
grasshoppers
Hopper was a
are
mean
scary.
motherfucker.
Yeah, Hopper was mean, and grasshoppers aren't that cute to look at anyways. They're not.
Grasshoppers are cuter than crickets. It's like a frog
Crickets
toad
just-
situation.
Telling you, man, I had a cricket apocalypse in Oklahoma one time. If you were around during the 2013 era, I think people remember this.
That's
all
like
right?
this summer with ticks.
Yeah, I've had way too many already.
And a couple summers ago with Japanese beetles. Those beetles.
Those bright colored
The
ones?
green ones, yeah.
I don't do that. I had a epidemic of stink bugs for a while. Bleh.
Yeah, those stink bugs.
I'm just saying, we found a slug in our house. A whole ass slug.
That's hella Pacific Northwest of you.
And the animals didn't do shit about it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even touch that thing.
My dog is fucking love stomping on insects.
Oh, that's evil.
Reggie does anyway.
I can
Reggie
tell.
goes,
That's
On
what
her front
that's what
teeth.
my free does. She just bites him. I'm like, stop.
Ew.
Gross.
Reggie
Nibbling on it. Reggie's just pure violence. Just chooses violence. Just get out. Doesn't want to know anything about you. Just wants you gone. That's funny. So you went to the beach.
I did go. Yeah, I went to the beach. I hung out with dogs and kind of was a dog. My sister-in-law lived in the house too, and she was like studying all the time, and she would take little breaks to go outside, and I would be like with the dogs, me and the dogs, going to follow her outside and just chilled with her a lot. But my dad did take me to like all his favorite places to eat, and
That's always the nice part. The foods.
yeah, I didn't spend a dime while I was there. Luckily, that was nice of him. He beat me in bowling. I have to say that out loud because it's good to be humble. Hurts a little bit because
Damn.
I've beat him for like 2 years. I beat him like 2 years ago, and I realized like I'm an adult now. Like I beat my dad in bowling. It's been like a life goal forever.
So you like to bowl a lot?
So I beat him for I love bowling. I love old man sports so bad, and don't even try me because like I will smush you in bowling, shuffleboard. I would say darts, but your man's got me in darts now at this point.
Hey, I got
Pool.
second place.
I'm really good at pool.
I'm on or off on that.
Like for
Pool.
a casual person, obviously. I'm not like a loser.
Yeah. Yeah, pool makes a little bit more sense. I feel like everybody, what else is there to do in bars out here? Pool. Pool and darts. And
darts,
bowling
yeah.
occasionally.
I love bowling. But
I
he
don't
did
love
finally
bowling.
beat
I'm not
me
gonna lie.
again.
I don't love bowling.
But he did bowl a 66 one round, so like he beat me, but it was best 2 out of 3, and his first game was so bad. So I was like,
He had to warm up.
yeah, no,
That-
I know. That's what he was saying. He said, I got it. And it was just us in the whole alley, so like all the attendants were just like watching us, and we're already putting on a scene because it's me and him, and we already know everyone's watching us, so we're.
Because he's the pastor.
Yeah, I can't help but to just come alive with him. So all of a sudden we're really just like, it's like a Buttress and Papa Butt live stream or something. Like it was, I left like.
Everybody likes a good, healthy competition, okay?
Yeah.
You, on the other hand, love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Live for it.
We were
breathe
really
it.
invested. Yeah, we were.
Mhm. That is your, like, one of your
Family traits.
family traits for sure. And definitely inherited.
Yeah. Yeah.
Inherited. That's funny. What did good food and that's.
I was.
Didn't you climb on top of the church then?
No.
Oh, you were
No,
talking
we
about a
just-
story when you did.
I just went. Yeah. I just went up to go see how that church is
Man, I was-
exactly the same since I left. like exactly the same.
I could imagine.
Oh, yeah, but no, I just did a little reunion tour, ate food, and it wasn't nothing crazy. He was asking like, "You want to go do something crazy?" I was like, "No, I'm just chilling. I'm on vacation right now." Like I was like, I just want to chill out. I brought my VR headset, so I played whenever
A bunch of
'cause
VR.
You know how they all go to bed at like 9:00. So I was like,
What else are
well,
you gonna do? Yeah.
I just played a lot of VR at night. I watched TV in VR with people like back home and.
Those are always
around and
my
stuff.
like
Played a lot of
fondest
golf.
moments of going back home is like after like being able to see everybody because that in itself is exhausting
Yeah.
when you're just constantly like keeping up with conversations and catching up with somebody and then it's just like those moments that you get home and like I can like get on my Switch by myself and just can zone out for like
I did bring all my electronics. I was.
for sure had to.
That's the best.
You have to. And then you just have an excuse. I'm like, I just started this game. I can't talk. You see what I'm. Can't talk to you right now, Mom. I just started this game. You know. That's just
It's online.
It's online.
Animal Crossing.
Okay, but technically could count. I have been still enveloped in my investigative game, so
Yeah, you're out here, LA Noire'n. I'm so proud of you.
I don't know if it's anywhere like the old game. I don't know if it was based off the same or
Yeah, I think it was just remastered.
was it? Were you
I don't remember.
Detective Phelps? Does that ring a
Yeah.
bell? So you are that. Everything
Yeah.
is the same.
Uh-huh.
Same storyline.
Probably. I don't remember. You're not
Sleeps
gonna.
with the German mistress.
Yeah.
His partner. Bro, that was some killer news. I'm like I
don't
play this
remember.
I play this
It's
like
been
really
years.
head forward cop
You're
that
a nice guy.
I'm the nice cop. I do everything by the book. That's the guy you play, Phelps. And then he like literally we're investigating a case on Vice. He sleeps with this German girl. My partner freaking sells me out to the press, and then like I get dumped. He gets dumped by his family. His like wife kicks him out and everything. It's crazy.
I love when Sarah loves a video game.
It's just so
'Cause it's just,
wild.
like, I feel like it's like her first time ever seeing like the possibilities of what video games can be. Because I know, no, video games make me feel a lot of feelings.
Oh, there are some times where they're so good at a point that I'm like, I just don't want to go back to regular life. I mean, it's not that bad. Like, don't get me wrong, I hold down my job and shit, but sometimes I'm just like, it's not fair. It's just not fair. That it's so fun. It's just so fun to be somebody else for a day. Like, I get why people do cosplay and the cons that they go to and all this other stuff. I mean, obviously we do nerdy things as well. So, you know, but like, how do you not want to escape to, you know, these video games or whatever it is for you, you know, like that's just so cool to me. I get it. Like, I get it. Life kind of sucks compared to the like fantasies that we
I
like
could
play
never
and
live in them though. I'm glad they're not real. I would be terrified. Even just thinking about there like a potential Zelda world at Disney World or anything like that, like Disneyland, like I would be so scared.
No, it would be
if
terrifying.
a big old bokoblin came
It
up
would be
to
so
me,
terrifying. Our lives would be so shifted though. We wouldn't be worrying about like work emails and you know, audits and stuff, but like we'd be worried about like real life shit.
Yeah, she's chipping.
Yeah, no, it's been a morning. It really has. That's the things that we got to worry about though now is like corporate stuff. It's just corporate. Everything's so corporate
we gotta
nowadays.
work on our separation. I was thinking about that for myself. We gotta work on separating our or work from our personal feelings. Again.
It's just so
it's
hard,
always like a
and I
reset.
feel like
You have to like, because I feel like we're good at it, and then we start slipping back into it, and then we gotta like reset. And be like, okay, it's just a job. Don't forget.
it is just a job. And the thing is I feel like you get worked up with feeling like I'm not doing enough with my job. And so like that's when we get like workaholic modes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is true for a lot of people, you know, not just us. And then dude, it's so hard to find a balance, man. It really is. It's just, you know, especially when you like do things like buy a house, rent a new place or something like that, and you just ain't got no time for it, and you're just I just feel like you get kind of super caught up in it. But yeah, it is a hard it's a hard separation sometimes. But instead we could be worrying about beasts and monsters to kill and sword fights.
Yeah, it'd be terrifying.
No, it'd be terrifying in its own way. Yeah, no.
Before we jump into your adventures, can we do a show and tell, because I was
thinking the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Because have you finished your drink?
Yeah, I've just been holding
my show and tell is
it's
more
we're doing a show and tell right now because it pertains to what we're doing right now as well, like what we have to we're in the transition. But it works out really well because this is kind of a show and tell for me. This is the first time I get to try it.
Okay. I can't hide it. My show and tell are these Sonic hard seltzers, because they're fucking delicious, and Sarah's never had them before.
I haven't.
So I'm gonna be jealous just this round, and I'm gonna drink the watermelon one. But I want you to try it. Oh, you got hella lipstick on you.
It's so lip stain,
and then you can drink this. Wait, you like mango guava, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can, on the next round, she'll have her favorite.
Oh yeah, my.
So you have to drink these kind of fast so that we can get to the second one.
All right. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Okay, try
so
that one.
We can sip on the next one, but we do have to. All right. I do want to try this. So I'm actually trying the melon medley. They actually are so cute. You know what this reminds me of? Do you remember the zebra stripes gum?
Yes.
That's exactly what it looks like.
It does. They're like that. They're all like that. The different colors.
Fire.
Yeah, it's like
fire.
It's light. It's not.
It is light.
It's not syrupy.
I was wondering if it was gonna be like sugary.
Sweet. No, it's more like a flavored water.
Kind of, yeah. A little bit more flavored than like, and that's what's good about it. It's just got that extra. Okay, so this one's gonna be mango guava.
Swallow deep into that mic.
Mango guava. So I'm gonna try this one. This also looks like all of it. It's so cute. It does. It even kind of smells like that gum.
That one is very guava-y. That one's a little bit more.
I like this one better.
Okay. I like the watermelon better.
Okay.
I guess I could have given you the option. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would have definitely.
But I kind of wanted the watermelon one.
No, this one's good. This one's really good. But I like mango and I also like guava.
They're so good. Aren't they good?
They're great. These are really good. Now we just gotta.
I literally love them. I mean, we don't have to chunk them all right now. I'm saying you can tell your stories, and then after your Eureka story, then I'll grab the next one. Oh yeah, you have to do your show and tell. This is mine. But I also did get a Padme bag, and let me.
Oh yeah. Finish your show and tell. Yeah, finish the show and tell.
I got these a while ago though, but it's worth it.
But they are still really cool, and I'm surprised you haven't shown it off. I figured you would immediately, but. So she got a Padme bag, and then this is the Zelda clutch that you got, right? Mm-hmm. Anyways, we found this. It was only one of a kind Padme bag. It was at Box Lunch, our favorite store, of course. And so she immediately finds it and just doesn't even realize what it is at the time. And there's only one of it. Yeah, there's just one of them. And then you didn't even know what it was. And what did you find? The little tassel to it that was Padme. That's what, and it said Queen on the inside.
Queen on the inside, and then I saw on the back it said Disney. So I was like, okay, Queen, Disney, what is it? And then I finally flipped over the tassel and I saw something. Oh, it said Star Wars on it too. So I was like, Queen Star Wars,
yeah.
And saw that little tassel, and I was like, oh, it's Queen Amidala. But then every girl in that store was like, oh, is that the Amidala bag?
The one that we have, the only one
bag. We're not gonna even get that restocked because it's a Comic-Con exclusive. And blah, blah. I was like, it looks like I need to buy it. And by the time I was walking out the door with it in my hand, someone was like, congratulations.
No, that
was
was
like,
really how it
shit.
went. Like, I was also shopping in the store, and I was just doing my own thing, and then, like, this girl that I was talking to, we were, like, talking about our, like, fandoms that we really like, and she was like, oh my gosh, I see your friend over there has that Padme bag. And I was like, yeah. I was like, here, it's, like, kind of a big deal, huh? And she's like, oh, no, it is. And I was like, oh, shit. I was like, see, I think you have to get it at that point.
Yeah, I did. And that Zelda one I found, the clutch I found, I saw the backpack, too. There's 2 different Zelda bags and clutches combos right now, and it's that Danielle Nicole one that did the other Zelda one, but there's the white
gorgeous
and the
one, that
gold.
one that you're talking about.
No. That one I don't even know what that one is. That one might be it too. Honestly, that one probably is. But there's a handful of different Zelda bags out there at GameStop right now. If anyone wants some Zelda bags, clutches and bags.
They did have some cute ones. I feel like GameStop is either really on with their, like, the fandoms that you specifically care about, or they don't have them in stock for that month or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Target
truly
too,
just like that.
Target died the last year. They haven't restocked anything on collectibles.
It's probably just these shortages are getting hard right now. But, so yeah, so that.
That's it.
Those were cute ones. Honestly, those were cute ones. Actually, those are actually pretty good ones. I just know about them because, like, we were together.
Yeah, I've already posted.
Honestly,
about
mine's
them.
gonna look like hella lame, even more lame compared to what yours look like. But it's like really cool,
because these are so delicious,
bro. And it's like very Eureka, like finds, like for sure if you've ever been. So I did go to Eureka Springs, which is in Arkansas. If anybody doesn't know, I've gone. I think we talked about it even last year on the podcast when I went, but it's like a real eccentric place. Like you get all types of people there, man, but mostly Hicks. It's hillbilly. So.
So, I already accidentally saw this because I was like, why do you have a loaf of bread in your bag? Because I thought it was a real loaf of bread.
I went to an antiques shop, and they have a bunch of antiques there. And honestly, I was, like, pretty unimpressed with all, like, I just couldn't find anything that was, like, really me. But I did come across these really cheap, cute, fake breads, baguettes, and baguettes, croissants, and a knotted garlic roll.
A
knotted roll. So these are what I got. Cute, right? So that's one of them. Honestly, it was super cheap, so I was like, honestly, that is something. I was really interested in a kettle, but honestly, I couldn't find any of the antiques that I really wanted. Like some of it felt like everything was just, every antique store that I went, and just this time, it's not usually like that, but like we're just collectible junk, which I know antiques is that, okay? I know.
And that is exactly
I know exactly what it is, but like it was like legit junk at some points. I was like, who would ever like really pay money for this? You know what I mean? Like I said, the inflation of these like antiques, it's like a little crazy. It's crazy what people think you're gonna.
All of a sudden.
They do.
I mean, I didn't
ruining the point.
I'm part of it.
I've been a part of it, and I understand that. But like some of the other stuff, but I'm like, why can't you be that one antique store that's different from the rest, and you don't overprice everything? Because guess what? You're gonna get shopped at more. That's what people are missing. These old timey folk, and me, and you don't want to spend crazy prices on antiques. Some of it I understand, you know. Some of it I get is actually timeless stuff, but like some of the stuff that they like put, I'm like, you are charging tax.
Like this duck.
This duck, yeah. I gave her this duck, but my mom collects like brass items.
It's for our podcast.
Yeah, look how tiny it is. Oh my god, so cute. But yeah, it's really heavy.
It is heavy. I picked it up and I was very surprised still somehow. Did you go antiquing when you went on your Tulsa trip too? I
didn't. No, I actually just took my mom out to eat. She had 2 margaritas with me, which was like kind of crazy. My mom having 2 margaritas, it's like.
My dad had a pina colada. And
I'm saying that's a lot for parents
wild,
to like drink with you, because A, that just means you're responsible enough that they'll do it around you, right? And they feel comfortable to do it. So it's kind of a flex when your parents want to drink with you. My dad always wants to drink with me, so that, you know.
Yeah,
he's been drinking with me for a minute, but my mom is
one night that I wanted.
I know. Soon though, we'll do it again. We got to do it again. You got to come down. You really do.
I was terrified when my dad was driving for me from Austin,
Texas
to
drivers,
the Gulf, and he was just like whoa, 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 and it was the middle of the night on this dead ass road, and I was like, dear.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you have another Chantal?
Yeah, I do.
You said you. Oh, you got yourself one! Yay! Where'd you find it? In Eureka?
Bro. They got hella gourmet cooking
Oh.
shops. So I brought this one out because it makes the most sense because she just went back to Texas. She brought something back with her that I had actually never heard of. Never heard of. And I don't know why I haven't, but it's a butter bell, okay? And it's like a butter dish. It holds your butter at room temperature. Everybody wants room temperature butter, okay? Nobody wants not spreadable butter.
But they don't like bacteria.
So I had never heard of the fact that you put a little bit of water down in the bottom of this.
Creates a seal when you close it.
And it creates, and the butter stays in here. So you change your water out every 3 days is what I've actually also been told.
Mm-hmm.
And then it keeps your butter safe from bacteria, which is caused by the air. That's why you want a tight seal. And you got room temperature butter, baby. So I was really excited.
She really was like, oh, I'll send you home with this. And she washes it. She's talking to me about how great they are, blah, blah, blah. She's drying it off and just throws it on the ground on accident. And it shatters everywhere. And she's like, I can glue it. I got this, watch. And she gets out the super glue and she starts gluing it all back together. Everything's good. Everything's dandy. It's kind of coming together. It's not the best. But I was like, bro, don't even worry about it. Like, not even a big deal. And she's cleaning up. She thought there was like a piece of loose ceramic on the counter, so she went like this to like get it out of the way. It was glued onto the counter, sliced her finger, blood everywhere. She's like, I'm just gonna buy you one on Amazon. so
she was defeated, and she said, "You're getting one.
You're getting one of these.
I tried too hard to send you home.
Yours is so cute, and yours is so antique-y.
Thank you. I was trying to find a green one.
And you've been looking for green.
And I found a green one.
How random is that?
Yeah, so no, I actually have to owe this one to your mom because I was enveloped with the idea. I was enveloped with it. I said, I am buying one of those. And then we ended up going down to Eureka. I was like, I know they got gourmet kitchen spots. Like, legitimately any type of tool.
What was your first reaction? Like, did you scream? Or, like, where you were just like,
Well, the first place was like, we actually do carry those, like a light stock of those. But, like, we're out. I didn't get my shipment this week. So I was like, shit. So I didn't find it the first day. And then the second day, we went back out to those stores. One of them ended up being a gourmet Eureka kitchen spot, right? Owned by this sweet old man. He was so cute. So cute. Had the saddest story, too. I was like, oh my God, stop. You're killing me. But I walked back up to him and he was like, is there anything particular you're looking for? And I mean, I immediately saw it. I immediately saw all the butter bells that they had. I was like, those are the ones. And then he was like hyped about them. He was like, oh my God, butter bells. He's like, you gotta change your water like 3 times after 3 days and stuff like that. He was like, tell me all about it. But he was like really stoked about them too. But it's just one of those shops that have just like any kitchen tool that you could literally. They have a freaking avocado spoon to scoop out an avocado more perfectly. Like some of the ones that are a little bit useless, right?
I can't even.
You don't need that. You don't need that. You need a spoon. But this, practical. And I love the fact that you just scoop it out. You just scoop it out.
I mean, we learned
beautiful.
it. Yeah, we learned it from a good old Southern baker specifically.
So you came home with one, and I obviously had to copy you because I was just enveloped with it. Makes sense.
So that's some good old Southern Midwestern shit right there.
And this is. So I felt like this was super on brand, and it's just it's green. I found the only green one.
What were you talking?
I thought it was lame. I thought it was a little lame, but I was gonna bring it in because I was like, I know you just talked about it.
That's fucking tight. That's a great story. Look at us. Content.
Here we are, and I find the only green one, so I was really
green.
excited. It's just
that's what you've been.
The only one they had that was green. They had a couple of whites, a couple of yellows.
Crazy.
But
I wouldn't have believed you would have. The week after, the days later.
I'm telling you, I was obsessed with it. I was like talking about it with Kayla and Jacob. I was like, I'm finding me a butter bell. I'm gonna find one. I said, if it's not this store that has it, it's got to be the other one. And sure as shit.
Crazy.
Even Guy was super hyped about it. It was so cute.
It's like a whole story. You made a whole thing of it.
I just had never heard about a butter bell specifically. I know butter dishes. All right, don't get on my head. I know what butter dishes are, but this is different. This is different. And I'm excited to have it. I can't wait. I'm actually gonna put butter in it tonight. I'm so excited for my fake bread.
Buttered bread.
Buttered bread. So anyways, yeah, that was my show and tell. It did turn out a little bit better. I didn't know you'd be so excited about it. I guess I should have. No, it was. It was good. And
I wasn't prepared.
I did
for
a lot
you to
of
come out with like literally a ideal for you butterbell
yeah.
that you found at a thrift store days later.
I know, like a cool ass, not stuff you find anywhere type kitchen place.
But
But I
I
was
with armadillos. I saw your videos of armadillos.
girl, this thing was
It's
not
so
scared. It was
cute.
so cute. Like I couldn't. Even like the video that I got didn't do it justice how close it was. I'm saying it was like this close.
I saw two different perspectives of the same
Yeah.
armadillo. 'Cause
Yeah, so you saw
was
the
great.
Snapchat
Yeah.
where it's like so close to me, bro.
Yeah, it
That's how
was
close
so
it was. Like it
cute.
was, bro, it was insane. Because the
She
first
was
thing
like,
was,
because it kept getting closer.
I was like, what is it doing? It was scavenging so hard. That thing just didn't care. There was actually two. And we were trying to just find a place to smoke. We were, had just checked into our haunted hotel in Eureka. We'll get into that though. Crazy story. But so we were just, we had just got done shopping. It was hot as shit, bro. We went and it was like index was like 105. Was sitting at like a good 97. Like just, ooh, it was so sweaty. So sweaty. But so, we were just trying to find like a cooler place where there was like these trees. It was by this like tiny little chapel thing. There's
course.
all types of crazy buildings out there. And so
Hmm.
we were like, oh, this looks like stoners were like, this looks like a cool place. So like, go smoke a joint. Yeah, live. So we really did, but like, shit you not.
Tight ass spot.
Literally. We actually saw a deer too right there. And I was, I'm still traumatized by deer. So I was like,
oh,
deer. But it made the funniest noise. It like ran off and it was like, have you ever heard a deer? It's like, meh. It sounds just like that. It doesn't sound just like that. Anybody that does a deer call would be like, that doesn't sound like it. But
anyone, all
no,
of her
but
friends
it's like
back
really,
home are
I
gonna be
forget
like,
what.
Sarah, how dare you try to do a deer call like
Don't
that?
ever do that again if you can't. No, because people do like real, deer calls out here, but I don't know how to do it. But they really sound so crazy. They sound like a duck, honestly. So it was kind of funny. So we see this deer, and I'm like, that's weird. Young little thing. I was like, I hit a deer twice that size. You crazy? Just the other week. And yeah, we saw two armadillos. They were tiny little baby ones. They didn't look really full size. And then they both ran away really fast. So I just did not expect that. And I was like, oh, I understand. Like we were just trying to mind our own business from afar. This other one didn't give a shit. It came right back and said, you know what? I'm hungry. I'm hungry and I'm scavenging. And it was going up to all of us. It was so cute.
I wish you had something to give to him.
I did too, so bad.
I wonder if he would have used his hands.
I wanted to pick him up. He looked so. I couldn't. I mean, you can't pick that up. I can't.
I would have.
He just looked. I wanted to just let him be. He was so comfortable with us. I was gonna try, but I was like, they were freaking me out. They were like, I don't know. They do carry a lot of diseases.
I would be. I've never been bit by nothing.
It looks so soft. It looks so hard shelled but soft at the same time.
It's like a snake drinking water. You ever seen that?
like
Like how they their whole faces move, and you're like, wow, I didn't know you could do that.
You're so soft. You've got soft
so
parts.
soft.
They are really just soft little. Yeah, they're just mammals at a point. Well, that's a reptile.
No,
but
yeah.
What is an armadillo, mammal?
I'm pretty sure it's probably also a reptile. It looks like a dinosaur, bro.
It does look like a dinosaur. I'm pretty sure they're warm-blooded.
I don't know.
I don't know. Would that be a marsupial? Maybe they're those weird ones that are marsupials. I don't know what they are. They are.
What is even a marsupial, really? It's just a mammal.
Pretty much, yeah. No, it's a mammal. It's like a koala.
Yeah.
And kangaroos, right?
I don't. Yeah, and a bat.
That's all I know.
No,
bats?
Not bats.
But
we don't know anything.
No, we don't know. I don't know that. I know
my mom used to hunt armadillos.
Really? This thing was tiny. I've seen some really big ones in my lifetime, but these looked young little things. But, oh man, he was so cute. He really was. He was just... And he didn't care is the thing. Like, he actually didn't care about us. He was, like, just nose to the ground trying to find all the bugs.
That's cute.
It was just the most adorable thing. I couldn't even believe it. But so that was, like, part of our Eureka trip. We only spent, like, a day and a half there. It was, like, a very short-lived trip. Like, we woke up one morning early, drove down there, came back, like, the next day in, like, the evening. And,
We're doing those.
I do be
Day
doing
trips,
those. I do be doing those day trips. They're fun. They're cute little moments. Except this wasn't, there were some parts that weren't so cute. So we stayed in a really old hotel. Like, And Eureka's just old, man. It's been there since the beginning of time. Like, some of these places have been built in the 1800s. That's, like, old. That's old as shit. The hotel that we stayed out was built in 1883. And that should have been my first guess that maybe this place was going to be haunted, because apparently every place is haunted. There's, like, one famous,
She
like...
loves going to this haunted town every year.
It's not... I have never had any... I only actually ever thought there was only one haunted hotel down there, but it makes sense. It's such an old city. I'm sure there's tons of stuff. So we stay at this place, and I shouldn't.
You really texted me, girl, I'm staying at a haunted hotel, and I was like, I bet you love that, because I know she hates it. She's like, girl, that's not even the worst part.
No, it wasn't. Okay, so we go in, and we're like, because at first we like go down in Eureka. There's like no place to park. Like it's really bad parking, because it's like big small city. You know, it's. Okay. And so I was we went in to get like a parking pass early, because we got there early to do some shopping, then we would check in later. And the only person we come across is the housekeeping lady. And, you know, she's kind of like, well, you might be able to get an early check-in, but you'll have to call, like, it was the owners owned two of the hotels over there. There was like the New Orleans hotel, which is like more recently open, but in an older building. And then this Grand Central one has just been what it is. Like, it's still got the old floral carpet that goes all the way up the stairs and super old-timey.
The Shining vibes.
Yeah, and so I had brought my friend Kayla, you know, she went with us last year, so she came with us again, and she immediately was like, I'm feeling like this place is haunted. And the housekeeper really gets right up. She goes, can y'all keep a secret? And I'm like, I was like, Kayla, you just had to ask the forbidden question. And she's like, yeah, it is. But then she goes and says, well, they're nice ghosts, you know. She was like, the room that y'all just let, because we also had to use the restroom. So I was like, is there a public restroom that we can use? And she was like, just go into any other rooms that I haven't cleaned yet. Like, I'll get to them. And I was like, that's fine. And she goes, oh, well, the room that you just use the restroom in, there's actually 3 children that just run up and down that part. And I was like, oh, that's cute. And she's like, no, we got like an old man upstairs. He's always walking the building. She was like, but there has been some. She was like, but they're nice. And I was thinking,
3 children? Why would there be 3 children there?
Why are these ghosts really here, ma'am? There's only usually one reason a ghost haunts a place, okay? It's because they haven't moved on from it, okay? So tell me the real story, what happened. And
3 children?
No, she really said that, like a whole family. And the rooms were really big, because I assume back in the day they probably were set up like lofts, because we looked like we had a small apartment. We looked like we had an apartment. We had 2 bathrooms, 2 full rooms, like a whole like living room area.
Cool.
It was big and it was cool. They like still had all the original, like, even
Kayla stayed in her own room in that place?
No.
I was gonna say.
And I told her, I was like, if you feel too scared, like, these bigs were huge. They look like California king beds. So I was like, just come sleep with us, man. No, she slept in the living room, which was the worst part, because she didn't get any sleep. So when we first get in there, you know, we go out shopping. I do a bunch of shopping, and thank you. I got so many new cute clothes. We were just talking about how we're lame and haven't shopped for clothes in a while, so we needed to like do that. I also got
she
these.
went and did it without me, and I'm still being lame.
Did, but only like 3 items. I did the shoes were I got these cool ass sandals. I'm not gonna show you. I'm not gonna show you my feet, but
I got her scared of the internet. I'm sorry, y'all. It's my bad.
It is a little weird. I can't just like lift my foot up and just be like, hey, my sandal. But they are really cute. So that was like my one splurge, and then I did get a couple of other like cheap dresses.
Anyway, go back. Haunted, you got me
No,
fixated.
we went. Listen, so we shopped. The people that like ran this place were kind of hard to get in touch with. Like, the phone kept saying it was like busy and stuff. And then like it would finally like go through or something. I'm like, this town's so old, they probably never replaced the telephone lines except maybe once in their life. So I'm like, whatever. Well, we finally get through. Jacob like goes and checks us in. We were like still kind of out looking. We check in. We're like, all right, like let's go back. We found the Armadillos, right? Came back in. There's no official like really front desk. You go into like this side door, and it's like connected to like the big door that opens up like the big ballroom dining where you can like go and eat dinner, where they like do dinners and stuff. And then you walk up these crazy staircases that are just like forever long.
Red Dead old school
Old
building.
school, man. Like,
okay,
I could
okay.
see the time, man. Like,
Okay.
I'm not even kidding. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the same carpet, or it was definitely only replaced in like the 1940s,
Yeah, okay,
30s.
okay.
Very old. So we went up to the 3rd floor. We were in room 302. But so we went there. I didn't have any paranormal experience. I did have a worse experience than paranormal. I will say that. I think I've actually would have seen a ghost more than what I had seen, and this is a little bit of a warning. I wouldn't say maybe a trigger warning. It's not a trigger warning, but it's a little
Disgusting.
gruesome. It's gross. Okay, so if you want a little fast forward through what I talk about, I won't detail on it too much, but
Nah,
it was
fuck 'em.
enough to say, and like honestly how they handled the situation, that's why I'm really trying to slander their name. Okay? I'm like looking at all the cutesy furniture that they have because it's also old timey. So like, you know, the vanities look really cute. I'm looking at this tiny little like dresser thing, and so I'm like opening the drawers. I feel like that's a normal thing. I open all the drawers. I open all the drawers of things. I want to know what's in them. Well, I went into Kayla's room, so we're checking out our rooms. The bathrooms are super old school looking. And I pull open the very first drawer to her vanity area that I thought was super cute. Because I was like, this thing is so cute. Pull open this drawer. I can't even speak when I'm seeing. I can't even speak it. I back up from the dresser and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, Kayla. And she's like, she's looking at me with such and she knows it's haunted at this point. So she's probably thinking I'm seeing some really crazy shit in this drawer. It was the worst. No, it was, here it is. It was, it was way worse than that. It was used tampons, bloody, dried up, had been there for a while.
She sent me a picture just like
tampons.
girl.
I had to text her immediately. I didn't know what else to say about anything.
You're so funny.
I was like, that's not even the worst part, that this place
It
is
just
haunted.
seems
This is
such
what
a random place to put them.
And like, so we meet the cleaning lady downstairs. She's saying she's cleaning out all these rooms, and yet here we are finding these bloody used tampons.
Like there was a lot of them. It
Yes,
was a lot. It was
several.
like a lot.
It was several. It was like gory. It was gory to see. I was like, I honestly think I would have just witnessed a door close on its own or some shit, because it was just so bad. I didn't even know what to do at that point. So then like everybody's like looking at it. Everybody's petrified at it. Petrified. Well, I take a picture immediately because you know me. I'm finna light them up. I'm like, are you kidding me? What do you do? What do you do about that? And I was thinking, because they were like, well, let's just like, because at first I was like, well, do we just leave it here and act like, I was like, this is not coming back on me. No, because that's what I don't know. I just kept thinking that in my head. I was like, what if like they find it and then it like we're the last ones that stayed there.
You don't want to,
First off, there's literally tons of trash cans. Why would somebody not just throw them away? Why did somebody trash them in that drawer? Pathetic. I was so upset.
Yeah,
so yeah,
you could put them anywhere else.
anywhere
else.
So we call management. They just keep apologizing profusely on the phone. I'm so sorry, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, whatever, get somebody out here to clean it up right now. Cleaning lady comes. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was going kind of fast. Like, I guess I just didn't even realize I didn't check that drawer. I'm going to be honest. Which is funny because the next morning when we went to meet up with management, she was like, I checked every drawer. I was like,
How could you ever
you didn't
fill
check
that drawer
no,
up within
no. And it was
moments?
right at the front. You can't tell me it was towards the back and you kind of opened. No, girl. You didn't see that. You didn't open up that drawer. That's disgusting.
That's just, well, in general, like, the
terrible thing to
Even if you
find.
did actually not see it, that sucks.
So, cleaning lady comes in and just literally picks it up with gloves and leaves. No cleaning, sanitizing of any sort.
It was like a wood drawer. How do you even clean that?
I don't know, but there was bloody tampons in it. You figure it out, girl. You don't just pick that up. That's gross. It was terrible. So anyways, and then later on we went out to dinner. We went to this really fire Italian place that was called like something Amore. Of course it's called Amore, but it was like the best food we ate there. And it was like decently cheap too. And then the next morning to that, so management called us while we were at dinner the night before and was like, oh, we'd really love you if you'd swing by the front office in our other hotel, which was like up the hill, and was like, if you just swing by after you check out in the morning, we'd love to talk to you, blah blah blah. So I'm thinking, cool,
Maybe we got this for free.
Maybe we got this for free. No, we didn't. I paid full price for that room, just so you know. We walked.
I would not have.
We got up there. And yeah, no, so we got up there, right? And first off, the lady that told us to come talk to her after checkout was 11. You know when checkout wasn't there, so we waited around a little bit. The cleaning lady's there. And she's like, oh, I checked every drawer. And I'm like, no, you didn't. Girl, no, you didn't. And so the lady comes in. Her name's Sue. And she's like, basically it was pointless to go in there. She basically told us like, hey, I'm really sorry. Gave me a business card and said that I could get a discount on the next time that we stay with them. And I said,
no, I would have pulled the worst. I would have been such a Karen. I don't even care.
I should have been even more of a Karen. I think at that point, like, we were so hot and so tired. Kayla had slept like maybe a total of 3 hours. So she slept in the living room, right? We had gone out, so we like had been drinking, you know, and so I kind of just like passed out, went to bed, slept a full 8 hours, woke up the next morning, and I was fine. But Kayla slept on the couch, and I was like, girl, you probably would have been better off in the room rather than the scary couch.
Was she not doing good?
No, she said that the Keurig turned on by itself in the middle of the night. She said that the fan kept like speeding up speeds, like for no reason, which I'm like, I guess this could all amount to like faulty.
That's your worst nightmare.
No, there's no way. There's no way. I think I would have been felt safer in a bed, like where I at least could close the door and like only pay attention to that room. Yeah, but also her room was where we found the bloody tampon, so you know the toss up on it. So I woke up the next morning and she was like, I barely slept like 3 hours. She said there was just weird crap going on, like a TV was like doing weird stuff too, I think, and she just had a terrible time trying to sleep. I was like, girl, I'm sorry. So all in all, would not recommend the hotel that we stayed at. It was terrible. It was terrible. Honestly, it wouldn't have even been that bad if they would have just done something legitimate about the disgusting thing that we saw the next morning.
Yeah, give you a discount on
straight
that,
up. So
that experience.
I
100%.
100%.
Like, I'm in Missouri. Like, you're not doing anything for me.
And don't tell me because I've worked in retail. I work in retail. Like, you can't tell me that you can't reverse a card because that was like her excuse. Is like, well, we've already ran your card, so that's why I can't get you a discount on this room. No, yeah. I think about it now, and I should have been more of a Karen because it really wasn't it's not my thing to like let it slide. But at the time, like,
you were exhausted of it.
We were exhausted. We just wanted to get out of there at the time, but we did write a 1-star review, and I basically spilled it all out. And I attached that photo, girl. That photo's now.
Did you?
Yeah,
oh,
no, it's on their website. That photo.
Well,
will not
now
go
y'all
down.
Can look it up.
Grand Central Hotel. Grand Central. It's not a
Damn,
secret.
you're gonna get them canceled or something.
Honestly, that was like terrible. Honestly, the fact that if she would have just handled it a little bit better, like I've been in it for a long time. Even at the time, I wasn't even crazy about it, but like, y'all should have done something about that. That's
I've never written
insane.
a review on anything before.
Not very often like in my life have I.
Positive one because I got like a discount or a free something.
No, we did it. No, we definitely did. I mean,
you love Sonic. You love Sonic hard seltzers.
But anyways, that was the worst part of the trip. And honestly, that part, I know it's like the one part that I talked about because it was like haunted and stuff, but honestly, the rest of the time was like really fun. We shopped and we went out to the White Rabbit and we met these really very kind Southern people, but also like very hick at the same time. His name was Caleb so-and-so, but he like introduced himself by first and last name.
First and last name.
First and last name. Had that Southern draw.
I don't understand those people.
And
but it's a thing.
No,
I
it
love
is.
how you just marry like from the Bible. Dried the feet off of Jesus. Dried with your hair. I've never seen anyone use their hair to dry their feet off. That was immediately, I've thought about that ever since hearing that story from the Bible of the Mary cleaning his feet off with her hair and been like, who would use hair to dry something?
It was right
here. We go.
It was right here. It just passed so well into I didn't want to like wipe away my makeup, you know, I was scared.
Just a
quick little tap.
I don't even know what you were talking about.
No, I was just saying we met these crazy hick people. They're really nice though. Like this guy was literally saying, like he literally grew up to be a cowboy and got paid to be a cowboy. He's about to be on like Cowboy Aliens and talk about like weird UFO stuff that happens on ranches and stuff, like on Hulu. He was telling me all about it. And then he like fishes in his own time. His girlfriend was wearing a Budweiser bodysuit, and that was like just because it was super 4th of July too. So of course, like people are proud, And so
no, we unfortunately were both she was in Oklahoma while I was in Texas when Roe versus Wade got overturned, and we both were like, actually, let's get the fuck out of here pretty quick. Mm-hmm. It was kind of rough, to be honest, a little bit. We were. I was a little sad, but then also like surrounded.
People are so up in arms and crazy about it, and I don't feel like they really
crazy
understand it, and
just like bless the Lord, no dead babies. Bless the Lord.
I just don't. I don't.
If you don't have a idea of where we stand.
Yeah, I just feel like my ideologies have been so far from that, and it was just so crazy.
It was wild being back. It really felt like it was like 15 years ago all of a sudden. Like, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I've grown like so much in this short amount of time.
It was really wild to like think that it felt like, it felt like a different time zone. Yeah, honestly, I was like, where am I still who I am right now? Yeah, it was just a little wild about it. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of crazy. It was just funny because we were also in Oklahoma and Texas.
Yeah, we were in
whenever that was like going on.
Deep,
so of course,
small towns.
Yeah, and they got strong opinions out there. That's for sure. So I was like, force it down your throat. Just
Bless the Lord.
No, we did.
Under
and
his
then,
eye.
Yeah, so we did. I feel like, and we broke out a little joint at the end of this, like, because we were sitting outside like the whole time, outside of this like bar that we were at, that we met these people at. So like, of course I'm gonna smoke. I don't give a shit. Right. It's medicinal in Arkansas, so nobody really gives a shit anyways. And we met so many characters out there, but I did meet this dog, and he was so cute. His name was
so many dogs too. I
Herman.
had so many of the best
He was
dogs.
a beagle.
Cute.
Why did nobody own beagles anymore? I haven't either. Why does nobody own more of them? They're just the sweetest little things. I'm now thinking that is Renfrey's perfect partner.
A beagle?
A beagle. They're the same size.
They're cute. I always wanted a basset hound, but they got
basset hounds are so cute too.
Problems and
bloodhounds too. They all got the big ears. Oh my gosh, all the skin.
Their noises.
They're so cute.
No, my dad's dogs.
They were really cute too. She FaceTimed me and saw.
No, yeah, I was FaceTiming her, showing her all the dogs in the house, and like got distracted because I was like talking to my brother for a while, and that was like the first time we really talked that week. So I was like trying to talk to him, but like also had like Sarah in my hand, like sorry, like I'm
just holding me and
off all the dogs. Sarah, yeah.
I'm like involved in the conversation.
The cats. And then
good to see you too. It was great. No, it was a funny time.
No, but I literally like when I left those dogs, I was like saying bye to them, and they were just their big old eyes. He has 2 labs, like a girl and a boy, Bubba and Sissy.
I wish I could just save all the animals.
Bud and sister.
I want to take care of them all.
And they were like, "Are you leaving?" And I was like, "I'm so sorry." I was like, "I don't know when I'll be back." I'm literally about to cry just thinking about it. Oh my God.
They were really cute dogs.
They were so cute. They just kept being like, hold my hand. Yeah, it was cute. Anyway, we hung out a lot. That was my favorite. I had some good
the dog was like literally my favorite part of that night. It was funny. So we and then we met these. One of the guys was actually super, super sweet and not full of himself the whole time, because I felt like the first guy that we met was like,
the deeper south you get. Yeah, the deeper south you get, the worse.
They do, and I felt like
more and more like
the joint. They were like all standoffish towards us. All of a sudden, not speaking to us. All of a sudden, I was like, I don't give a shit. I can.
Bad girl.
Yeah, I was like, I don't care.
You don't know the Lord.
You don't know the Lord or the Lord's word. Roe versus Wade. You don't know nothing. Yeah, literally. So I was like, I don't care. Honestly, this is weeding out all the people that like actually care about us. But one of the guys was actually super sweet. Bought us a shot. A tequila shot for everybody, and like took it with us, and he was like super chill, like just the normal people that was just like, I'm from the Midwest, but I'm chilling. That's what I do. He doesn't really care to like talk about all the things he's done, like hunt deer and stuff. So we met those people, and then it was funny because they were like, well, what bars around here are like popping at this time? And they were like trying to go to like a place, and we are like, oh yeah, this Eureka live place. So we like get them to come down here, and it's like a total drag show. It's karaoke. It is
Tight.
so eccentric, more than like anything that they're used to, and you could tell they like the
Hella
people that were like, yeah,
uncomfy.
bro, they were so uncomfy, and we're just out here like watching them all sing, and it was funny because there was some really good karaokeers. Like
Yeah.
they were full time. They do this every week. I know you do. And it was just so funny. They were like so uncomfy. Next day,
That's how you know. That's
see
my
them-
favorite thing to do is to bring, like, anytime I meet someone new, because I am a white person. So anytime I meet someone new, my favorite thing to do is to put them in a different, diverse situation that they might not be used to, just to see how they react. And if they're chill, I'm like, all right, cool.
well, because they were looking for a
It's
lit
like you
bar.
gotta have a couple of tests whenever you're like a
Yes, and I was like, okay, there's one lit ass bar down here. I mean, lit, and it's Eureka Live. Okay, it's the drag queens. It's there. You'll have the best time there. They serve Jello shots, bro. They give it to you for free if they think
Sarah
you're cool.
loves Jello shots. She's been talking about them
come
so
on.
much lately.
I do be loving Jello shots.
Summer's not gonna be complete this year until Sarah gets Jello
I
shots.
will be making Jello shots. Actually,
How are you on this?
I'm right here.
All right, I'll get the next one.
So anyways, yeah, so we brought these people to this uncomfy bar. And it was funny too. This is the people that I said the women like weren't too fond of us. One of them didn't speak a damn word to me after I tried to be kind of friendly. Well, I went and actually got them from that bar because I was like, if they did feel uncomfortable, I was like, come sit with us. Like, you know? And she was like, oh yeah, we will. And then just like continued to sit up there super uncomfortable. So I was like, that's y'all's fault if you don't want to be friends. Funniest thing is we went to go eat at a local little
Taste
diner.
This one first.
Okay.
Drink that first.
Okay.
You did a lot.
So we went to this local diner the next day just to find some food. We just like walked around, found this little tiny diner. They came in right after. I mean, I know this town's small, but I was like, you had to pick this place to eat at the exact same time. And they looked like shit. They were so hungover, and they were like, oh yeah. They didn't have as big heads as they did last night. It was really funny. Except the one guy that bought us shots, he was really sweet. He was very just
Shout out to
chill.
that one guy.
His girlfriend was the worst of them all, though. So
Not her.
I don't even know their names. Actually, I know most
Dale.
of their. I know the men's names actually because they like really talk to us.
Well,
the
shout
whole
out
time.
to
Shout out to Some Hospitality. Shout out to Zach.
Zach.
Zach, you're chill. You were chill.
Taste that one and then try this one and see
Okay.
which one you like better.
So this is the orange pineapple one. This is one she loves so much. I love the ocean water so much.
I used to drink the orange pineapple. I think the watermelon medley is my favorite. But back in the day, I used to drink orange pineapple
Good.
drinks.
Not
on
my
the
favorite,
way-
but good. Like still something that would just be hydrating, even in the
Yeah.
sun. You know,
yeah, on the way
sitting
home
out by the
from roller derby.
pool. You went to the pool the other day too.
I did go to
you had
the
a
pool.
sleepover, bro. You had a sleepover with your
Yeah,
kids.
hung out with my niece and my nephew, and then at the pool, I taught them all my old games of like, I was thinking about it though. Is that hidden? Hidden. She got an ocean
This is
water.
the one. This is the one. It is the ocean
water.
water.
Sonic as fuck.
I don't know why coconut and seltzers go so well together, but I do really like them. The coconut one that they have for
Quirks.
Boulevard,
Mm-hmm.
really good.
I went to Boulevardia.
Yeah,
That's
you
a little
did.
local tip. Went to Boulevardia. They had quirk, like how we drink those quirks, those fruity little quirks. They have those, but they put tequila or vodka, and then obviously I had the tequila one. I had a couple of those, and then the sun, and I was lit. Ubered out there and Ubered back. It was great because I was like, oof, I gotta get out of here. Like there was a while where I was like, I think I can make it to the night, and then I was like, I gotta go home. It is hot. I mean, it was so
Yo,
hot.
you get to a point where you just get so dehydrated, and you just stop.
I was
everything.
I drank like 4 water bottles. They had this. Luckily, I love Kansas City. I love Kansas City. First of all, everything was cheap. I ate like 4 hot dogs there. I kept going back to this. I was like, man, those hot dogs were delicious. Sausages. I got more and more of those, and they were hella cheap. Like there was only like $4 or $5 for like a big old sausage, and then these
Big old
$9 for a tequila quirk with the leftover
tequila.
Tequila quirk. I know you hate. She hates liquor in the sun. I'm a big fan of tequila in the sun. So
It just kills me so fast.
big old glass of tequila with quirk in it, and then whatever was left of the quirk can, I got to keep with me. So that's a great deal for $9, I think.
Oh,
At a
that's pretty good.
festival, there was a lot of vendors and everything around. hot as fuck. But I went and sat
hot.
by one of the fountains. City of Fountains we're in, obviously. If you don't know, Kansas City has a lot of fountains. Went and sat in a fountain, and nobody stopped me. I was like, thank you for letting me enjoy this music from behind the stage. Like, it was making movies, obviously making movies, homies. Sat with my feet in the pool, in the fountain, and watched the music, and nobody stopped me. Just drinking my tequila quirk.
It was probably so hot that they were like,
yeah,
I can't. If somebody's literally on the depths of like maybe having a heat stroke, like let's let them sit in the freaking fountain.
In the fountain, yeah.
It was hot.
It was hot.
That's the one thing about
hot.
Midwest. Like, we love being open for summer, and like the festivals, the Boulevardia is the center of the universes that I've been to.
They had just a whole bus full of water for free.
Good.
Just free filtered water for you to fill up your own water bottles. I was like, man, that's how you do it right. You're not gonna charge someone. Like, when I even checked in, they were like, do you want a water bottle? I was like, yeah, I'll buy a water bottle. And they're like, you just have one. I was like, thank you. And then I just used that to refill the whole day. I was like, what a good, I mean, it is a beer festival, so they probably don't want you throwing up everywhere.
But I have literally I've been to concerts that have ran out of water, dude, like in the dead of the heat. You know, so it's like, that is super accommodating to have free water first off,
nice.
and like acceptably drinking water, because at this time at the festival, people were literally drinking out of the putrid sink faucets of the bathroom.
No.
So yeah, that is a big deal for people to like care enough to get people hydrated, you know, especially if you put on like a big thing like Boulevardia where you've got
it's a beer everywhere.
Everybody's gonna spend money.
Yeah,
you're gonna spend money. You're just you're gonna do it. Like, give something out.
And there was every like booth had like a different charity that they were giving money to.
I didn't realize there was so much art going on down there. I wish I would have really gone. I've never been to a Boulevardia because it's been closed for the last 3 years.
I was like, I mean, we got our entry for free because it was Kadesh Flow that got us in, but he performed a couple times too, and he's great. And he was also on the podcast stage for a while, which we need to get ourselves out there. I'm scared, but we could do it.
We could do it. That would be really cool. We should like literally try to shoot for that like next year.
We are local. We just need to do more local things right now. That's what we need to do. But I'm saying, so it was good to go out there. Met with an old friend, Hartzell from high school. Making movies, obviously performed, and then hung out with Kadesh and Jess. But it was really good to see Diego again. I haven't seen him in a minute.
We were talking about things that we have been doing, but we totally forgot about how we went to this very lowest of keys concert, but it was actually like one of the funnest times I've had.
Yeah, it was hella fun, yeah.
We went and actually saw...
You passed out on the couch.
I did pass out. Girl, I did. I've been up... I opened kitchen that morning, so I was like... I'd been up since like 6 o'clock.
I had a job that day too.
I was donezo, but yeah, no, we went to a concert together, and it was really just like a bunch of our like friends that like were just performing and really just freestyling and then rapping and then.
It was cute.
It was like a full put on, you know.
I love the Rino.
I do too. Rino. It was super fun, except that it's an all cash bar. We talked about this, but that's the one thing. It was kind of a struggle. I just never had cash. I'm just not used to it, so I don't ever have it. But other than that, it was super chill. Like, honestly, it was...
At least they have an ATM, I guess.
True.
$3 fee.
They got plants around there, too.
They do have real live plants there. It's cute. And I just love the acts that they bring into there. And it's like it's a nice little, like, intimate
It vibe. Is, but the DJ was honestly hitting. Everybody that we heard there was, like, honestly really good. You know who my favorite was. And, like, fully performed, too. It was honestly super... It's always appealing to watch, but... Yeah, it was like maybe, here it is, 15 people there, but we killed it, honestly. And then we hung out with Danny.
Yeah, my old school bestie.
So, like, it was kind of just really, like, a hangout spot where, like, people could, like, get on stage and, like, start performing. We even had, like, a guy that, like, I don't even think was, like, part of, like, going to perform there, but one of them, like, just started rapping or...
Sometimes,
I think it really was. I think you guys were outside, but people were, like, literally just freestyling at a point. And I was like, that's kind of funny. So
Kansas City is so big on that all the time. I always feel like there's just people performing everywhere.
Well, it was funny too because like
everyone can do something.
Yeah, and like Glenn and Dutch were like really hyping up people to like really get on the microphone, and somebody then we get somebody to do it. I don't know how I could never be put on the spot. I mean, obviously you probably have to practice it a little bit, but one was like really good. And the other one was like a little so-so, you know. But it was funny. It was like a funny ass little time to like even watch people get up there and have the like courage to do it. But that
I
was
stayed
kind
up
of
till like 4:30 that night.
You did.
She passed out on my couch and I stayed up hella late.
I did. I like actually fully on passed out.
I just was talking to Danny for so long too. I was like, man, old school memories. Actually, I think we're going past just bringing up the old school stuff and working on
Newer
new life
friendships,
stuff,
you
yeah,
know.
new
Well, just
friendship
knowing
stuff.
what to talk about outside of like what you used to know, you
Mhm.
know. That's always kind of like the key. But it was all kind of like a fun ass time. And then we all kind of like talked about maybe trying to go to Twitchcon. I'm still trying to do that, bro. I'm like really chill.
We're gonna.
I would
bro.
love to try. I would love to try.
I would be so high.
It would be right around your birthday too. I think it would be a
ends,
cool.
like the day before my birthday. Every year they do that. There was the first year, my favorite TwitchCon, I think it was 2017, and I brought my butt crew to Hooters every single night because 1, chicken wings, 2, beer, 3, they had an outside area, which in Southern California is beautiful, where you could just be standing around and not have to sit at a table, which is perfect because I want to be able to stand and hang out with a bunch of my people and drink beer. And it's hard when you like everyone's sitting down, like you only see the people you're around, blah blah blah.
I just think it'd be
so.
Yeah.
I took everyone to Hooters every single night of TwitchCon that first
honestly
year.
love Hooters.
I love Hooters. They
Their
have fried
wings are
pickles
good.
and chicken wings. Yes,
Their chicken wings are pretty freaking good.
and great customer service.
Especially if you're hungover, they just hit so
Yes.
different, man.
Especially at TwitchCon, every night I was like, every day
Yeah.
I was hungover, but also drunk. It was like it's TwitchCon. It's TwitchCon. So I was just there. I was fucking there. Sometimes I'd be there in the morning. Sometimes I'd be there in the night. But the butt crew was kicked it there. I forgot the whole point of this story other than
We were
fucking
just talking-
love Hooters.
Hooters and TwitchCon. We were talking about just like planning a
Going
TwitchCon
to TwitchCon.
maybe this year.
It
if
was
we
my
could.
favorite one. Oh, my birthday, because it's always on my birthday. But that first year, every single day at Hooters, they would tell someone that it was my birthday.
Mhm.
So every day I had like a birthday party at Hooters, and the girls would come over and
Well, we should definitely try to go to Hooters again and like.
every day.
You don't have to talk me into going and getting Hooters if I'm
know.
hungover.
I fucking love
You don't have to
Hooters.
do that, okay? So like, I will just instantly go with you. I'll just
I
zoom
know.
zoom. Here
It's
we
like
are.
It's the best. It's the best place for a party.
It truly is. We should do that. I also
I'll bring the crew. Butt crew. Let's do
I'm
it.
saying,
Let's
like,
do it
we could
again.
like really make
Is
a
there
thing
one
out
in
of
San
this.
Diego? That's the problem.
You know the deets more than I do. I'm just here to purchase the tickets and
I don't
be
even know
along for the
where.
ride.
Yeah.
I've actually never been to a con in general.
A convention at all?
Never. Well, a convention maybe, but not the ones that I'm thinking of.
No,
Maybe.
not like a
No,
real one. If
not
you're
a
like,
real one.
maybe I might have gone to a convention. No, you haven't.
So it would be like a first time.
I mean, they're
it'd be
like
cool.
whatever, honestly. But the amount of people that are there and
I
excited
just like
and
doing
nerdy
things,
is the
you
best
know.
part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like just doing things is honestly fun to
TwitchCon
me.
like itself, like I don't even remember the floor of
Honestly,
TwitchCon, like what's there.
I'm just down.
I just
I'm
remember
just
my
down to
friends
have
are
a
there.
time. I just want to walk around. I want to see things. I love sightseeing. That's like a big thing for me. I
She
do,
also
like,
doesn't really fully understand the Twitch world, so like you're just
no,
gonna
I
be like,
don't. So then it would just be completely. It's
Don't
just a
touch
free
those.
world for me. Honestly,
Don't
I'm
touch those.
so sorry. Don't touch those. Don't touch those.
that's what I'm saying. You've never seen it, you don't know.
No, I don't know it. And then hopefully in the well, I say near future, but I'm saying like literally next week. I'm trying to get my like shit together so I can really
She's
plan
doing
this
a garage sale.
garage sale. I took off the entire weekend to really do this. So I'm going to really work hard to do that so we could have, I think that would be just a fun time to do. I talked about it last time even, so.
Yeah, she's really doing it though, supposedly. That's what I was watching the podcast and I was like, we gotta do that garage sale. She's talked about it. But she took off work.
I took off work
To do
for
it.
it. I even took I
The
mean, I
4th of
have
July
to
was
give up
something
some
we
of my
had to get through.
vacation
Ugh.
days. Yeah.
You were out there having fun. I was out here doing a sleepover, which was a great
The thing is I,
distraction for my dog who hates fireworks.
yeah, that was a really good, thinking moment on your part. I honestly traveled the day of 4th of July, so we like literally let off fountains, and then there was just I did not realize how big my neighborhood does fireworks. I mean, it was everybody setting off fireworks, and I'm talking mortars We're talking the big fireworks
That's
that are
around
just
here
huge.
too, man.
Winfrey
It was
didn't.
all night.
She doesn't mind it. She does not like looking at the fire.
Yeah,
I
oh,
have now
that's funny.
realized that she gets scared at looking at
Like,
the
I couldn't
fiery
even
part
get
of
them
it.
damn kids to sleep until like midnight, and the fireworks were still going. But
I
like,
don't
they
see
were,
how you could. The fireworks are
It
so
was
going
wild.
off until at least midnight, and
But
I feel
took
bad.
them out to the front yard, and they were just like dumbfounded because it was from every point of view you could look at, just hella
That was
crazy
us
fireworks.
too. And then I had a friend that was like showing me they live
It's
kind of like
crazy
in
out
the
here.
city. Yeah, they live kind of in the city, and so they live on like a really top floor. So he was like really had the full skyline of Kansas City, and it was just
it's
everywhere.
wild. What are we celebrating?
I'm saying I did fountains. I did a fountain because I just really like fountains. I like the ones that just like
Yeah,
cool
yeah,
little
yeah.
like, and that was it. That's all I had. I didn't even light the sparklers we got because I was like, I don't really care about this. And honestly, I was watching Peaky Blinders at the time, which you gotta watch. You gotta watch it.
Yeah, she's on my head.
It's been so good.
Well,
But
we
I
got
also
some-
have to watch Stranger Things. I gotta get caught up.
We have a plan to try to do something this week to be out in the city a little bit more. We want to get out in the city more, but we're both a little caught up in our jobs because I'm waiting on this offer letter. She was waiting on something, but it's over, so we can move on.
Yeah, no,
we
we
can
can
move
move
on.
on from it, and then after that,
I'm
like,
gonna move on from mine mentally anyway because I'm on vacation right now, and we
yeah,
should
we don't
enjoy
care.
this summer.
I don't really care. Honestly, I've got a vacation coming up like in August anyway, so we've got time to plan it. But we're really gonna do some local shit here.
Even not days off. We should do stuff. We need to remember how fun we had last summer. We gotta have fun again this summer
I know.
together.
I know.
Got this.
I know.
What are you doing today?
Wanna do
mad?
some stuff? No, I'm actually not mad now. I got over that. I knew I needed to be around people. I was really mad this morning, but
I was scared.
of work things. We're talking about work things again, and the corporate life really got me.
I was really
got me
texting her like,
heated.
"Oh,
Yeah.
you okay?"
She was.
I
and
was
like,
nervous
I'm just
texting her. I was
mad.
nervous.
But at the same time, I was like, I have to do things to get my mind off of it. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, honestly. And then once I put myself
Scary's
out of that
scaredy.
perspective, I'm like, okay, it's fine. Now that I've like thought about it, my life's going forward again. I'm like, it was stupid.
Just gave her a weed on the way in and a beer.
Yeah. And honestly, it makes life goes on.
Life goes on.
Life goes on.
Don't get too invested in your job.
And we've
just a
steady been
job.
saying that, but like for real, stop.
It's a job.
Don't fucking matter.
It doesn't matter.
And guess
Nothing
what? You can just get
matters.
a new one.
Yeah.
If one's not working out, another door opens. Is that what I hear? Right? So just, it doesn't matter.
The
So we're trying
noises
to-
of these sirens today. I don't know if you've been hearing them, but the noises that these sirens have been making are not normal noises.
Not
They're
normal.
weird. That one was a wild one. It was like,
On a side note, last thing I'm going to say, I did run into that wreck yesterday that I did post about. Okay, and it ended up being a really bad wreck.
oh, the one you had traffic.
It blew up. It blew up cars, bro.
Oh.
Like cars were melted. I couldn't even. You know who was on the scene? Ryan,
Our friend?
our friend Ryan, who's a firefighter. He was the one of the responding
Wow.
units, so he was able to like give me more pictures about it. The one where I was sitting in 2-hour traffic yesterday. That is not normal for where we live
Kansas City
at.
does not have
we don't do that.
traffic. It's like
we
a
don't do
ha-ha
that. That's ha ha ha. Traffic's like 5 minutes maybe and backed up. 2 hours is not. I must have just pulled up on the wreck. So
Yeah,
anyways, I
you've
was
never just like stopped on a highway.
no.
Ever.
Like I was supposed to be at work by 8. I didn't get there till 10:30.
Wild.
That doesn't happen. That
That's
does
some
not happen.
wild shit.
Yeah, it was at a moment I was
Damn,
like, am I ever?
melted. What blew up?
I had to turn around on the highway. I had to literally turn around going
the
the
same-
opposite on the same side and go the opposite way with everybody else and get off the on-ramp I just got on. That's how bad it was. Yeah, girl, it was crazy. So
would be-
anyways, our friend Ryan was on the scene, so he was really telling me all the details about it, but it was like way worse. But the guy that got ejected from the truck lived. He lived. He got ejected. And he got hit. How it happened was this dump truck had a full like blowout tire, hit the center median, came onto our side of the traffic, and that's when he hit that truck. And then like 3 other cars that caught on fire. And then the F-150 guy got ejected. He's one of the only ones that have really come out of this. The one that got ejected, that's crazy. But like there was like a lot of fire. So it was crazy.
Seatbelt? Maybe you don't wear your seatbelt.
Maybe that was like the one instance that like
The percentage
it was
of
probably
seatbelt.
better that
Yeah.
you weren't in that because the cars were just smushed in it.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Nope.
it was pretty crazy. So
Way
we don't
to
ever
leave
see
on
that
that
very
note.
often, but that might be one of the biggest wrecks of like the year for Kansas City. And like I was right there in that traffic. So it was kind of crazy. But yeah. I don't know why I even got to talk about it. What even I said. On that note, I'm gonna leave you with this tragic.
She leaves us with the most like Southern momism. Just like leave you with this traumatic thing. You keep doing that. You are the epitome of like a Southern mom already. I don't know what. Okay, this has happened consistently where I recognize that Sarah's like a 60-year-old lady already, and it's been happening increasingly fast since you bought this house. And just every week, it's just 10 times more old lady. Now you're out here telling
I'm
sad
buying
stories.
fake bread, bro. I bought fake bread, and I'm putting it in my house.
I remember my mom now, like 4 years ago, was like, "Oh, you ever like?" I said, "Like, oh, well, don't they have a Schlitterbahn out here?" And they were like, "Yeah, you know, that the first week they had it open, a kid like went down there and he like flew off and died, and they closed the whole place." I'm like, "What?"
I loved
What?
that water
Or
park,
she said-
honestly.
She says, "Oh, this man was being mean, so this lady like flipped his mattress bed up and I was like, oh ha ha ha." She's like, "Yeah, he died." That's the most Southern mom thing you've ever done.
You always try to laugh, and then like they died, and you're like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I was just
The
trying to say
trauma
that
that
it
they
was the
drop on
traffic
it.
that I was really like torn up about. I had never been sitting in 2.5-hour traffic.
Everybody died on that. It's the biggest wreck of Kansas City, but like she had 2.5 hours.
That's a big wreck. That's a big wreck for Kansas City. Shit, you couldn't get that anywhere cleared up.
I'm
So
dying. I have to go to the bathroom so bad. So
no, this was the time we were
That's it.
sending off anyway. So see ya. Till next time. Garage sale, local
yeah,
shit.
we're gonna do a garage sale.
Garage sale, local shit. TwitchCon.